How many people do you reckon have turned off? Casting.
I'm about to.
This is a Hack the Dino gaming cast. We're a podcast where we bring you the past, present, and future of video games, news, previews, and discussions. That's right. I'm like Dr. Seuss if Dr. Seuss sucked. I am Ben Rosenthal, one half of the former radioactive men. That's right. We were a full man.
You're formerly radioactive, like you're not anymore?
Well, no, because we split.
Oh.
So he's
Like an atom?
Yeah, well, I was about to say we were Adam, but we split.
Oh.
So now he's Atom, and I'm the lower
Leftover bit.
That's it. I'm the reject.
Bubbles in beer.
I'm the discombobulated awful. Floppy's here.
Hello.
Floppy.
Yes, mate.
How you been since last week? You recovered from all your kid kicking?
Yeah, I've been fighting kids and saying g'day to mums.
What have I told you about that?
You said keep it up. It's great for the show.
I know, but like pretend that I didn't.
Oh, you said stop it.
Yes, correct, Your Honor. But we are joined once again by the illustrious.
I was going to say illustrious.
King of Mayhem.
Yeah.
Zach Sabbath.
Didn't know that bit.
You're not the King of Mayhem.
I'm not.
You're the Dark King
I am.
of Mayhem.
Darking?
Yes, I'm the Darking of Mayhem.
The duckling. What?
He's the Dark King Dark.
The darkling.
Darkwing Duck.
You're
Let's
the Dark King Dark.
Dangerous.
Can someone please draw the Dark King Dark and it's just Dark Sabbath? Dark Sabbath. Dark
Dark Sabbath.
Ah,
Dark
yes!
Sabbath.
Dark Sabbath.
Yes!
It's happening.
Yes! The
I am
Dark
now
King
Dark
Dark.
Sabbath.
Dark Sabbath.
Perfect.
Oh,
Lock it
man.
in.
Who makes our shirts? I want to get onto them.
Do it, please. I
getting
need
a
it in my
mug.
life.
Dark Sabbath.
Dark Sabbath.
Oh, yes!
I'm going to draw this.
Anyway, how you been, Dark Sabbath?
Oh, you know what? I was good, and then I heard that intro.
Yep.
And now my life expectancy is shortened by 10 years.
Good. So it's
Excellent.
working.
So,
Pretty average. That's why Anto looks so... that's why he's not here anymore.
Say that.
We can cut that bit, right? Why not? We're recording.
Zach, what do you want to change the subject to?
video games. Let's talk about video
Oh,
games.
yeah. What were you talking about this show, Floppy?
I reckon we'll probably talk about huge, big amounts of sequels.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
you were worried, weren't you?
I've not as much as I have been. So the biggest video game sequels.
Yeah,
Franchises.
Biggest franchises.
Biggest
in
franchises.
Video games.
So not the most monetarily successful.
No, but the ones that have spawned the most
I saw Final
sequels and
Fantasy was in
spin-offs.
Because
Yeah, obviously.
obviously.
No one bought that.
No, rubbish.
No.
Final Fantasy.
What will be
there's
number one? What do you reckon number one
15
is?
of them.
Ooh, who knows?
Chrono Trigger.
No.
No, not that it was the biggest franchise. It's just made the most money because it's such an awesome game.
Might be if they ever
Incorrect.
did a remake of it.
Well, no, it would be because the aftermarket sales is like you have to spend $1,100 on a freaking cartridge.
Idiots would do that.
I have no idea. I totally would. Zach, what's your favorite franchise of all time?
The Witcher followed by Dragon Age.
Right. Spoken like a true PC gamer.
PC Master Race.
Then it would be like Civilization.
Followed by the Zims. The Zims.
Zims.
Okay.
It's like the Sims, but a Zim from Johann Vorsk. And he just yells at Gur a lot. I'm going to play the Doom game now. Anyway, that's enough references for you. Here's the show. But do you know what else hurts us when we're laughing with pain, Floppy?
Knives.
Yes, but also the wonderful people who support this show.
Oh, yes, them too. Thank
Like Michael Towns.
you. Michael Towns.
Now, Zach,
Yes.
have you had a chance to sample any of Michael Towns' fine wares?
No, not yet.
Oh, well, Floppy's going to tell you all about them.
Oh, you can go over to Game Boy Games, or you can go to hackthedino.com. You can click on the little link there that takes you to Mr. Michael Towns' Game Boy Games page, where you can play such wonders as Scary Maze Game,
Bonesy.
Avcon 2019.
Oh, yeah, very good game. There's a nice, bold-looking man in that game.
There is. Not sure who he is. Ben's in there too. What else can you play? You can play the 2022 Goatsy Game of the Sexy Year, the floppy game.
That's right. We have a signed copy.
We do.
A signed physical copy of that Goatsy game. Oh,
we do.
Press release. Michael Towns, live in our live chat, has just said that officially coming out from Game Boy Games. It's a huge coup. He's the dev who's bringing out Half-Life 3 and Mother 3. So,
You heard it here first.
Michael Towns, ladies and gentlemen, head on over to his games there and you can play Half-Life. I really want Michael Towns to bring out Half-Life 3.
Someone messaged
blatantly.
Kind of Funny in IGN, tell him to come and watch the show and get the scoop.
That's right. Get Michael Towns on Kind of Funny. He'd fit right. Actually, he probably would fit right in there. That'd be quite. I'd like to see Michael Towns on Kind of Funny. Actually, that'd be a good time.
Yeah, really, he's too short. He wouldn't come up over the desk.
Oh, they gave him a phone book. They still have phone books. Zach, do you know what a phone book is?
Mate, I'm 34. Of course I know what a phone book is. It's the thing my mum used to beat me with.
I was literally about to make that joke.
Michael Towns said he's going to rename the floppy game Half-Life 3. Put it on LimeWire with that name.
Oh, that's cool.
LimeWire, wow.
I remember that. I don't remember what it is.
Oh, it's like Napster, but with much more viruses.
Yes, that's right.
But if you like this, you should probably go see someone about that. But you can head on over to hackthedino.com and you can follow us there. Be sure to head on over to youtube.com/hackthedino and like and subscribe to our videos. I do put other videos up of me going out. Sorry, Michael Towns just put Linkin Park in the end.exe on the screen. Old men will know, I shouldn't be sexist. Old people will know what that is. But you can head on to hackthedino.com, like our YouTube, over on TikTok. We're on TikTok now that I put up daily videos, apart from one day a week where I don't. Yes, they are repeated, and yes, they are. Zach, you watch all our TikTok videos, don't you?
I do.
Have you picked up that I'm just replaying like the same
Almost
20?
instantly.
It's only because I'm really lazy and don't want to sit down for like half a day editing new clips, which I probably should anyway.
Just do what I do and ask your mods to clip the show for you.
Yeah, our mods aren't like that. They're more eager to see our downfall than anything.
Mine do that too.
If they do clips for us, it's only going to be of Ben being incredibly inappropriate.
When am I ever inappropriate?
Half the ads you just showed.
Besides that was content, you bastard.
You will
Floppy,
say
which
penis.
one of us brought up a bukkake party?
Yes, thank you, Bukkake Man. That's going to be your name from now on, Bukkake Man.
I've been called worse.
Involved in worse.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Mum.
That's youtube.com/hackthedino.
Speaking of mums,
Yeah.
Ante's mum's coming down to Adelaide next week.
So head on over to our TikTok where we'll be filming Floppy's date with Anto's mum. Or any of the other things. We're not on Twitter anymore because it's not called Twitter and Elon Musk is a douche nozzle.
Hot tip, Twitter was always full of douche nozzles.
Yeah, it was, but it was a great networking tool for a while there.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Anyway, hackthedino.com. Do that, like that, do the thumbs up. Patreon's there as well. We'll come up with new tiers for that. Zach, do you have a Patreon?
Tears for you.
I do not.
Do you think it's worthwhile? We got some lovely Patreons. We're going to thank him at the end of the show.
Yes, for content
Yes,
like
for
yours,
once.
absolutely. Like Spotify and podcast, 100%.
Oh yeah, we're on podcast as well. Spotify. Do that. Leave us a review. Leave us a review. Take a screenshot, send it through, and we'll read it out and review anything that you want. If you review us and prove that you've reviewed us, you can say, "I want you to review this," whether it be a game, a book,
Sex toy.
Wow, you've said it now. We have to. Actually,
I got 6 videos ready to go.
I know a guy who runs a sex toy shop. Literally just down the road. We could go there right now. No, after the show, Floppy. After the show.
Sorry.
Floppy.
Misunderstood.
Floppy.
Yes.
We're doing a retro challenge.
Yes, some of us are.
One of us is. What does that entail? The old retro challenge.
What it entails is buying stuff,
Yep.
then trading or selling said stuff.
Yep. What did we start out with?
Oh, we start out with syphilis.
Zach, tell us about the Retro Challenge.
I can do it. We start out with $20. Ben, Braden, Anto, and myself went out in January. We went retro hunting. We found some stuff, and we then sold and traded that stuff to gather more things. Now, those things have also been sold, traded, hopefully, moved on, and been exchanged for either monies or other wares, all that were created before 2008. We're going to keep doing this until a time in November.
Actually, we should probably announce that now, shouldn't we?
Let me get through my thing, otherwise
Okay.
I'm going to start talking about weird stuff again.
Okay.
Until sometime in November, where we will all reveal our items that we have ended up with, and you lovely people at home, and you other lovely, or not so lovely people at home, yes, you, will be voting as to who got the coolest stuff.
Coolest stuff.
That's the challenge.
That's the challenge. So we start off with $20. Whoever has the coolest stuff by trading or buying, at the end of a specified time, which we'll go into momentarily, will be the winner as voted by you.
Correct.
Now, we will reveal where we're going to be announcing our purchases
Cool.
after this. But first, I'm going to reveal one now because I've got a few. I've got a
An
few.
end game item. I have an end game item.
I have, at the moment, at least 4 endgame items. 4. I'm going to show one now.
I know of 3.
So you may have seen, if you head on over to TikTok or any of our socials,
TikToky.
I put up a video quite regularly of me going around hunting for things, whether it's be for my own personal collection or whether it is Ben bought Zach from Michael Towns in the chat. Hey, you what? How'd you guess?
He couldn't afford me.
That's not true. And you know,
I also don't appreciate being called retro.
you're over 15 years old.
Retro, you got to be 30, man.
Only physically.
Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I found a novel, Doom novel.
That was cool.
And I saw it and went, oh, that's cool. I'm going to buy it. It's like $2. So I grabbed it and then thought, oh, I'm just going to look it up on eBay. Yeah, they regularly sell $50 to $60. It was apparently a rare book. I went, oh, okay. Well, I guess this is Retro Challenge. So I posted that video on TikTok and Instagram. And I reckon about less than 12 hours, a comment popped up on the video from Dan McGuinness. Ex-Dino
May he rest in
host,
peace.
Dan McGuinness. And he just went, I want that book. And I said, well, Dan, we can do this because I happen to know that you got, as a part of a bundle given to you from a friend, the one Zelda game box that I need to complete my collection of Zelda games. So I went into Greenlight Comics with my Doom book. And I said, here you go, Dan. And he said, here you go, Ben. And there it is. I traded my Doom book that cost me $2 for an empty box of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, not the DX
Can we look at
version.
that?
No.
Every time. Fuck.
Here it is in all its glory. That is one of my end game items. I already had the game. I already had the manual. So that's it. That's apart from the CDI games. I have all Zelda games boxed
That's
and
pretty cool.
complete. Yeah. And I realized as well, I've got all the Mario games and all the Pokemon mainstream games as well. It's quite a collection. So there you go, Floppy. Are you proud of me that I didn't buy this? I traded this with an item that I found?
Yeah, I'm very proud.
Excellent.
That's good.
I bought a whole heap of other shit with all the other money I made. How are you going with
Hungry
the...
reseller.
How are you going with the old retro hunt, Floppy?
I sold some Looney Tunes figures
Ooh.
about a month ago.
Where'd you get them?
Got them.
when we went to Jep's Cross
Jep's
Markets.
Cross Markets. Yeah.
Yeah.
We picked up a bag. I picked up a bag of Looney Tunes miscellaneous Macca's figures for $6.
Nice. And what'd you sell them for?
$5.
What?
They sold for $5.
It's not the point of the retro hunt.
It is what it is. I don't care.
At least it gets to a point where you have so much of this crap that you don't really want. You just want, I just want to get rid of
Yeah,
it.
I just wanted to get rid of it. I wanted to get it out of my house.
Yep. Zach,
Yes, Ben.
so...
What have you bought for the retro challenge?
Yeah. What have your thoughts been on the retro challenge you've been following along at home?
I've been thoroughly enjoying it.
Oh, there you go. I've been...
Especially the pure anguish in everybody else's face when Ben opens his mouth. He talks about all the stuff.
I went out. I had the day off work today, and I went out again today, and I got like a Pound Puppies board game and a WWF sticker book and all this, and I'm going to sell them for like
Literally the first thing he showed me when I walked in the door. Hey, Zach, come check this out. Cool.
It has certainly brought out a side of Ben.
It has. But look, I'll be honest. It's fun.
It is
I
fun.
went out with Ben once, and I immediately got hooked because I found some really cool stuff. But yeah, Ben, you're a terrible person.
Speaking of being a terrible person, you'll be able to see me be a terrible person live if you are in Adelaide on November
bedroom window.
17. We're going to announce it now. Tickets will be free for our live show, which we are doing on November 17th at the Flipside Bar here in Adelaide over on Goodwood Road. We will be announcing next show where you can get those tickets for free. It's very limited seating. The place where we're having it, the Flipside Bar, only seats about 60 people. So it will very much be first in, first served. We're going to do...
First serve. After all those adverts we've just had, first serve brings on a whole new...
we will be doing a normal show for the first hour, and then the second hour we'll be doing something a little bit different with some special guests.
Once again, referring to those adverts we've just seen.
That was last week, Floppy.
Shit.
The magic of podcasting. November 17, mark it in your calendars. If you head on over to our Discord, I will let people know where they can go. I've already let the Patreons know.
When was the last time we did a live show?
It was pre-COVID.
2019.
Yeah.
Christmas 2019.
Yeah.
My first show.
Yes, that was the last live show we did, because we did one more before that. We did one previously to that, I think.
Yeah, that was the first time I was on the show.
Yeah.
I was a guest.
But if you've not been there, the Flipside Barcade is exactly what it sounds. Pinballs, arcade machines. It's going to be a hell of a lot of time. We're going to be streaming it live as well, so don't worry. But we want people there. We did promise them we could bring people in. So be sure to head on over to hackthedino.com. Click the Discord button to join, and when they're announced next show, I will put a link up on there for all of you to go and reserve your free ticket to come see us live, have a chat, have a fun old time, boo and hiss at me, and all those things. And we got some special guests coming as well. It's going to be a good time. It'll be fun.
Charles Martinet, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, that's right. Voice of Mario will be there.
Yeah.
Zach, will you be there?
I will be.
Good, because I just asked Zach if he could do all the camera work for us.
He did.
Sick.
So you, Braden, and Anto can fulfill your obligations with the secret event that will be happening.
Ooh.
Speaking of secret events,
Yes.
Floppy,
Yes.
what's the topic?
Don't we want to talk about the other one first?
What's that?
I kind of like it.
What's that?
This one that you says may skip.
What?
Where are we?
You're looking at last
Don't
week's
worry.
stuff.
I was literally looking like 8 pages down where I should have been.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about?
I just saw something that had RE4 written on it. I'm like, that sounds cool.
Oh, no, that's too hard for Zach. We're not going to pull that on him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what it was in.
So basically, you went down the run list that we have here
yeah.
so far that
Yeah.
it was stuff that I've cut out of the run sheet because we were running out of time.
From how long ago?
That was probably about 5 shows ago.
Yeah, right.
But it's an evergreen topic, so whenever I'm short on stuff, I just copy that out and put it back in. Fresh,
there you go.
up-to-date news.
And that's why they call us the professional ones.
Well, they call one of us that.
Zach.
And it's me.
That's right.
Yes.
Brings some legitimacy to this shambles of a show.
Oh, it's pretty nuts, isn't it? All right, so I did partially write a segment for tonight,
Yay!
sort of.
Oh,
I wanted to talk about the biggest video game franchises, biggest being franchises that have spawned the most games.
more money
Basically.
than God.
More money than God. You would be surprised how many of these franchises appear on only one console.
Really?
Well, not one console, one console developer, a Nintendo thing or a Sony thing or a Xbox thing. You'd be surprised. So anyway, I went through. Now, I'm not saying this is the definitive list.
I am. This is the 100% definitive. Zach, is this the definitive list?
Absolutely.
100%. We
I'm
both in agreement.
saying,
Zach approved.
I got information from a multitude of different places, cobbled it together, maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. But it's going to be entertaining nonetheless.
Well, that's the only
Well,
part
sorry.
that
No. It's going to be audible and visual nonetheless.
Everything you've said, Floppy, that's the
Yeah.
only part I have a lot of trouble with. Okay?
All right. So, I mean,
trouble.
games like Call of Duty,
Come on, try it.
games like GTA, they
GTA.
sell lots of copies.
I saw a fuck ton.
They sell a lot of copies. They do sell a lot of copies, right?
Hey, Zach, who am I? Who am I, Zach?
Who are you?
Did you have a stroke?
No,
He couldn't reach.
it's a slobber knocker.
Are you meant to be JR?
I'm JR.
Who are you?
Oh, old wrestling commentator who has
Wow.
paralysis
I mean,
at half his face.
I guess we do have a lot of wrestling people in the chat tonight, so it's probably warranted.
You should have heard last week's show. Zach and I went on for like 20 minutes talking about wrestling. It was great.
Solid.
Anyway,
So games like Call of Duty, games like GTA, they sell a lot of copies, right? They sell heaps.
heaps.
How many sequels have they spawned?
20.
Maybe. Next to none really compared to these series. Do you know what the number 10 position on this list holds? So the franchise that has spawned the most amount of games.
Yeah, because you've got it written right here.
Oh, okay.
I can read it in the run sheet.
All right, cool. Don't play along with the game at all.
Oh, sorry, no. Tell me, Floppy.
Well, I'll tell you what.
What's number 10?
It's what? Wow. You should be on Blue's Clues.
I should. I'm as bald as that guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, kids. It happens
Cool.
when you age.
Legend
of us.
Legend of Zelda.
Legend of
Legend
Zelda.
of Zelda. Do you know how many Legend of Zelda games there have been?
Let me go check.
I can tell you.
Okay.
Maybe, because this might be right, might not. But I counted 28.
28, is that including the non-canonical CDI games?
I think so.
There's 3 of them.
So Legend of Zelda started in 1986, nearly 40 years old. A lot of time for games.
Some of us here.
RPGs, stories. Every console has had a standout Zelda game, would you say? Every console since NES has had a standout Zelda game? Let's say-
yeah, well, I mean, even the Wii U had, like, ports.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, would you call them standouts?
Well, they were HD remakes, so yes, I would.
All right.
Because it was Wind Waker. My God,
What do
that
you
game's-
reckon? What do you reckon the 3 best Zelda games out of all those 28? What do you reckon the 3 best are?
Are you kidding me? All right.
I'll tell you what I
Number
came
3.
Yep.
Number 3, Breath of the Wild.
Cool.
Number 2, Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
Number 1, Link to the Past.
Oh, dude, you had the same 3 that I had, but in different order.
Oh, really? What did you have?
I
didn't
had
even look here.
Breath of the Wild, then I had Link to the Past, and then I had Ocarina of Time.
All right. What do you reckon, Zach?
Are you a Legend of Zelda guy?
No.
Okay.
I literally popped on the screen to say I have not played a Zelda game since Ocarina of Time.
Did you finish it?
Nope.
I finished like 2 Zelda games.
That water temple can die in a fire.
Oh, come on. People who complain about the water temple just want to be cool back in 1998.
Okay.
Wow.
Imagine how much I drowned out my single mother's phone bill, the helpline to try and talk me through. An 8-year-old boy how to get through the water temple. Can you see the bit on the map that looks like a snake? No.
No, that
Zach,
was a
poor
Sega
guy.
advert again.
Zach, all you had to do was get good.
Ocarina of Time, the OG Dark Souls.
I finished it. I mean, I finished it fine. I didn't see the big problem with the water temple.
I haven't finished it.
Hellscape. Awful place.
I mean-
where dreams go to die.
Yeah, but, that's Tuesday for me.
Number 9. Number 9 for the most sequels in the biggest franchise, Donkey Kong.
Da-da-dum,
Donkey Kong.
da-da-dum. I bought a Donkey Kong game today.
Oh, did you?
I did.
What'd you buy?
I bought, for the DS, DK Jungle Climb.
How many do you reckon you'd have to have them all?
151.
There's over 30.
Okay.
Over 30 different games.
So I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. But, I mean, Donkey Kong came out in 1981, so plenty of time to have made sequels. It revolutionized platforming, didn't it?
Absolutely.
It really did. Lots of hits, not many misses, would you say?
There were a couple of misses.
Yeah, but when you're talking about over 30 games,
Donkey Kong teaches maths.
that's a
Anyone?
cracker.
It is.
Absolute
Do you
cracker.
know how much that game's worth?
Oh,
Stupid
the
money.
more it worth, less good it was.
Correct. Stupid,
Shit.
stupid money.
Some standout Donkey Kong games. What would you put in your top 3 Donkey Kong games?
100% Donkey Kong Country. Even better than that is Donkey Kong Country 2, the best Donkey Kong game there is. And then I'd probably say... actually, I really like the original The arcade game.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
Number 3.
cool. What do we know about the original? What's cool about the original, ladies and
Jumpman.
gentlemen? Jumpman.
First appearance of Mario.
Mario.
First character ever to jump in video games.
I don't think I've ever finished a Donkey Kong game.
Really?
Nah.
Huh.
Not through lack of trying either. I just got bad at them.
You should play Donkey Kong Country 2 to completion. That game is an absolute effing cracker.
What was that on? That was Super Nintendo.
Yep. But it's also on Switch Online.
Yes. But
Zach,
yeah. Zach? Donkey Kong?
What Donkey Kong's...
Donkey Kong Country 2 was amazing.
Yes. Best game.
Didn't beat it. Didn't beat it because I played it at a friend's house, but it's fantastic. Loved it.
You got Switch Online, don't you?
I do not.
Well, we'll have to have a chat after because I seem to have a
Lame.
position available on my family account.
Oh, he's going to get you to do weird stuff for it.
He's freaking doing the show. How much weirder can you get?
Fair point.
Look, I've been a pro wrestler for 17 years.
You've touched
I'm used to getting
things.
paid with hot dogs and handshakes, and the handshakes are optional.
And the hot dogs are not hot dogs.
they
are between
Why do,
buttons,
people always,
though.
why do people always bring up the hot dog bun there and holding it down there? Anyway, so I did a little bit of digging and I got what is commonly thought of, I think it's commonly thought of as the top 3 Donkey Kong games.
Actually, I agree with this list.
Donkey Kong Country 2,
Yep.
like you said.
Best one.
Yes. Number 2 comes in with Donkey Kong Country Returns on the, I'm assuming that was the Wii?
Donkey Kong Country Returns was Wii U.
Wii U?
Oh,
no,
no,
it
it was
Wii.
the Wii.
It was the
Yeah,
Wii?
it was the Wii.
And then Donkey Kong Game Boy.
Yes, I completely forgot about that.
From
Fantastic
1994.
game.
What made that so good? And why? I have no idea why everyone thought that
So
was the best.
it started off as the original Donkey Kong. You played the first 4 levels of the original
Okay.
Donkey Kong. And then it just went out and slowly built on those levels to become this fantastic platforming experience. Like,
Why? Like it became like bigger, like it zoomed
Yeah.
out or something?
no, like they just made more levels. But like, so the original Donkey Kong, you play the same levels over and over again. The
Yeah.
enemies get harder or faster
yeah.
until you get hit the kill string.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, they expanded on that with new levels.
Oh.
great
And that
game.
was the first time they'd done that?
Yeah, kind of. It was one of the first times I think they really attempted to remake something.
Like Townsy has written DK the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, basically.
I did pick up, what Donkey Kong game did I pick up a little while ago? I can't remember, but it was, yeah. All right, I'll give it a shot if you reckon. You reckon it's Donkey Kong Country 2, you reckon?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
I've got that. I'll play that.
That's
I
the
did
best
pick
one.
up Tropical Freeze on the Switch.
Tropical Freeze is a good game.
And you got Funky Kong.
Yeah.
Just surf your
That's
all over the place.
baby mode.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Baby mode's fine. Zach, what do you think about baby mode?
Or as I like to call it, dad mode.
Look, games are meant to be enjoyed.
Yep.
Sometimes you don't want to pull your hair out because you're dying all the time. You just want to enjoy a story.
Or you're
Oh,
Ben
shit,
and you
that's
don't
where I
have
went
any.
wrong.
See, look, I'm not ashamed to say I play things on easy sometimes. I
Sometimes.
don't feel like suffering.
I'm
I
not afraid
want
to
to
say I
escape
do it all the
reality.
time.
Life is pain. Video games do not have to be pain.
Yeah. Life's pain, kids.
Mate, D. James, Fortescue, Tropical Freeze was Wii U and then got ported. That is correct.
Yes.
True. I didn't have a Wii U at the time, so I think I just bought it on Switch when it got ported. But yeah, all right. Number 8 on the all-time most sequel, biggest franchise list that is 100% correct and not cobbled together at all.
No.
Resident Evil with over 30 games.
Bam.
Over 30 games in the Resident Evil. How cool is that?
That's
And that's like, there's like
number.
10 numbers, like mainstream games with all the offshoots as well. So this thing, we talked about it heaps. You know, you all know if you've watched it that I love Resident Evil. Anto's quite partial. Ben nods along with them.
I've got the Resident Evil games in there for the Nintendo GameCube.
There
Not
he
the
goes.
Game Boy one though, because that mother is expensive.
Yee. So they helped define horror gaming as a strong genre. Before that, it was kind of a niche, kind of almost cringy genre until you come out with Resident Evil. It had like story and atmosphere and stuff. It was cool. Crossed over so many different gameplay styles, whether it was like tank controls, whether it was third person, first person,
On-rail shooters.
On-rail shooters. They've done everything. They've pretty much slapped a Resident Evil game onto every gameplay you can think of. New entries and reboots have really brought it back into the spotlight as well.
Yeah, I say this a lot whenever we talk about Capcom. But Zach, do you remember probably 5 or 6 years ago when like Capcom just wasn't bringing out anything good or anything at all? When people are going, is Capcom done? Like, are they really in trouble? And then bam, 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 they've just been firing on all cannons lately with the Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, Street Fighter 6 killing it. Like, they've just absolutely been smashing it out of the park.
I almost bought Street Fighter 6 today. I was asking Anto's opinion on because we got I found a steelbook one and it looked really pretty.
Ooh, really? How much is it? I don't have it yet.
I don't know yet.
If you don't buy it, let me know.
Okay. But yeah, so Resident Evil. Now this was a tough one because I have a personal opinion of what I what I think the best Resident Evils are. But I went into what's commonly I went through a few best of lists and see what people have been voting as the best one. Number 3. Mm-hmm. No, not number 3, not Resident Evil 3. But the third best Resident Evil game is commonly thought of as original Resident Evil. The director's cut, though. And then second place.
Tank controls really don't hold up nowadays.
No, but I think it was to do more so with what it did for the genre, what it ushered in for gaming.
What came before Resident Evil? Was that Alone in the Dark?
No.
No?
You're talking about Silent Hill and stuff like that?
Silent Hill, yes. Thank you.
So I
yes.
don't know if that came before or after, actually. When did that come
One
out?
of them came before, and like Resident Evil improved on it. Maybe it was Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis was after. Dino Crisis was Resident Evil with Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's my type of game.
It's actually awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you should play it.
They
But
don't
yeah,
remake
number
it.
2 spot is Resident Evil number 2.
Remake or original?
Original or remake.
Bullshit.
It's just
Remake.
basically storyline. And then number 1 was Resident Evil 4.
Yep. Zach, what do you
Agreed.
think of that list?
100%. Resident Evil 2, I remember playing that because I was a PlayStation kid, Sega to PlayStation kid. I remember putting that in when my older stepbrother told me not to. Me being a kid, ignored him. I literally got eaten by zombies, turned it off, had nightmares for weeks.
Awesome.
And that was a month ago.
That was a month ago. But I eventually booted it up again, and it is fantastic.
It's
I
so
absolutely
good.
loved it.
But yeah, there are 30 games in over 30 games in the Resident Evil franchise, and yet I'm pretty sure every single one of them is part of this same ongoing storyline, which is always interesting, albeit a little bit confusing sometimes, or not confusing, complex. There are some games that are set before, but set after they go into There's a lot of stuff going on.
That star
The Legend of Wesker.
Oh, I remember playing Resident Evil 4 originally, and I was enjoying the game so much. It wasn't until the remake came out that I realized that was such an annoying thing.
She was
I
Navi.
didn't notice.
She was Navi. Yeah.
Yeah, she was, but I didn't realize it at the time because I was so engrossed in the game.
In the game, yeah, I know, right?
Everything about it.
So you played the remake
Leon!
now?
No.
No. Oh, dude, get on it. It's so good.
I know. But
Anto
games are
finished
so
it 47
expensive.
times in like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Four
But yeah,
was amazing.
over 30 games for Resident Evil in number 8 spot. Number 7 spot. Man, Anto's not here. He was going to be able to talk about this for hours. Castlevania with 35 games in the Castlevania series. So although it's not seen as much in the last generation as it had before that, there are huge amounts of sequels and spin-offs. Alongside Metroid, defined an entire play style called Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm. Even though Metroid came first, but whatever.
Yeah. But those two together,
But Metroid.
Sure. And then I was looking at what were because I've never, ever played a Castlevania game.
Really? Again, Switch Online. Dude, they're all
Yeah,
there.
there's a lot of stuff to play.
Although the best one isn't because that was on PlayStation.
So I was introduced to Castlevania through a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Nintendo Power ones?
The Nintendo Power book. I had that book as a kid and read it and was like, this is cool. I drew pictures from the front cover and everything.
Mine
Didn't
was
realize it
Metal
was a
Gear.
game.
Metal Gear.
Didn't realize it was a game until I was in my late teens, I think.
I think it was you, Floppy, that when we got the Metal Gear ones, both you and I got them. You went,
Yes.
why is his name Nathan?
Why does he look like Michael Bean?
And wasn't it Colonel Katafi as opposed to Big Boss?
Yeah, something like that. It was weird.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, Castlevania games. I would have loved to be able to talk to Anto. I don't know. Zach, are you a Castlevania guy?
Never played a single one.
Wow.
Me either. Ben, you've played Castlevania.
I own the NES version in there.
Did you finish it?
Hell no, that game's hard as balls.
Harder than, say, like, what was the other ones that really had, like, Super Ghouls and Ghosts and all that sort of stuff?
Probably
that's
not.
notoriously pretty hard.
Yeah,
isn't
probably
it?
not that hard, but no. I mean, I think it was the start of this year I decided to give Castlevania a go on my NES.
Yeah.
And did not get anywhere in it. It's exceptionally hard. What I like is the Symphony of Night. That is a great
That was
game.
PS1 one, wasn't it?
Correct.
Was that the first time it was off of Nintendo?
Yes. Yes, because Nintendo were dying pretty badly. Even though the 64 got a Castlevania game. It got Castlevania 64. Horrible game. But Symphony of the Night. Wow, amazing game.
But yeah, so I had a look at. I obviously had no idea. I've heard Anto talk about Symphony of the Night a lot, and I was literally talking to him about Castlevania today. And I found what is commonly known as the three best. So number 3, Super Castlevania 4 for the SNES. Is that a pricey one? Is that one you can find?
It's not that pricey. I mean, all Castlevanias are pricey because they're very popular games.
They're Castlevanias.
But, it's affordable.
Number 2, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
That
for
is
PS1.
not affordable. That is not an affordable game. That's a couple of $100. That's
really?
Yeah, it's about $200. It's an expensive game.
Pretty sure I've got it at home.
It's Alucard. You got Symphony of the Night at home?
Maybe. I don't know. And then one that I'd never even heard of, Castlevania, is it Aria of Shadow for the GBA?
So, fun fact, Toy Fair this year,
Yeah.
one of the Toy Fairs, I found an empty box for a double pack of those Game Boy Advance games. Ooh. So I grabbed the box for like $5 because if I ever come across that card, I've instantly got a $500 game.
Or you just keep it because that's what a cool thing to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is
My
awesome.
collection is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Symphony of the Night there, Zach?
I have not, my friend.
Ooh, you should play
Again,
it.
I'm not a fan of Metroidvania games at all.
Same.
Not a fan.
I wasn't until I played Metroid Dread.
Yep.
And then that was amazing.
I will play Metroid Dread one day. It's literally right there.
The amount of times you said you're going to play that game.
Well, then they bring out Vampire Survivor, and I just play
could
that.
Be playing Metroid Dread.
Or could be getting gold in Vampire Survivor.
See, Zach exclusively plays
you know.
Look, I tried Ori and the Blind Forest, which is a fantastic Metroidvania game, and I love the atmosphere and everything about it. But yeah, just the whole going forward, coming back.
Seems
not for
repetitive.
me.
They tried it in Legend of Zelda.
Do you like Dark Souls games?
Yes.
Where you come back to areas because it was too hard before and do other things?
Oh, no, I have a very unique play style. It is reload the same area until I'm strong enough to progress.
Oh, you have
That's
spare
called grinding.
time.
I'm not a fan of good grind. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm not afraid of grinding, but yeah, I know they're just not for me. I just can't get into them.
No, that's fair. I understand that.
On number 6 on the most sequels, biggest franchise is Dragon Quest. Now, I see Dragon Quest games all the heckin' time, man.
Yeah, it's because they're cool.
They are cool. They look cool, but I don't have time to play them because they're big JRPGs with a lot of stuff going on. There's over 40 games in the Dragon Quest series.
Hand pass this over to Zach, actually.
Are you a big Dragon Quest fan?
I have played a few of them, especially the latest ones. But
By all means, express some opinions.
look, every Dragon Quest is the same. Every single one. The story's very similar to Final Fantasy, except the art style is way cooler.
Because it's by Akira Toriyama.
That's right. But the general gist is quiet protagonist, red tag, bunch of friends, fight God, game ends.
Fight
That's
God?
it. Yep. Fight some sort of godly deity, game ends.
Man, that background of our thing was giving me things. Okay, yeah, all right, there you go. Now, Dragon Quest is another one that's hit all platforms, hasn't it?
Yep,
Did it
it
start
has.
out on the NES?
Yep.
SNES?
Yep, NES.
NES, it's hit 3DS. I've seen it on PS4. I've seen it on PS3.
Again, I believe it's on NES Online as well, Switch Online. You can play one or two of them there.
Are they always turn-based, or is there been
Always.
Not
every single
all
one?
of them. Some of them are like Dynasty Warriors likes. You've also got
really?
the Minecraft version as well.
Oh, they're
They've
the
done some
spin-off
cool
ones,
things.
though.
Yes, they are. But generally, the main games are all turn-based, and that's where they kind of fall flat for me.
But there's over 40 of them.
Yeah, but a lot of them are the spin-offs, I think.
Do you know
Yeah, there would be a lot of
what
spin-offs, but-
RPG there was only one game of? Because they only needed one.
What?
That also has art by Akira Toriyama.
What?
And it's the greatest game ever made.
Never heard of it.
Is it that one where Pikachu teaches you to type on a little
Yes, actually.
keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Pika Chrono Trigger.
Never heard of it.
One day.
It annoys me that that's actually a really good game.
You
Like,
cannot
I really enjoy
rebuke it.
No, I did look into not knowing anything about Dragon Quest games, which is seeming to be a common theme here. I looked up a couple. This is also where I stopped preparing for this thing. So I have two.
Bored now.
No, just life got in the way. Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King on the PS2 from 2004 is apparently excellent. As well as Dragon Quest V, Hand of the Heavenly. Now, I don't know if there's more that comes after that or if I just fell asleep mid-typing, but it says Hand of the Heavenly.
We saw that last show with the Sega ad.
Oh, yeah, we did. Hand of the Heavenly. But yeah, so there you go, Dragon Quest. Once again, I reckon Anto is all over the Dragon Quest. I'm surprised is Townsy a Dragon Quest fan?
Yeah, he's talking about Legacy of Goku right now.
Is that Dragon?
Yep, 100%. 100%
Wow.
is.
Twist ending, Floppy made that Sega ad.
You usually twist the end when you're doing that sort of thing.
Ooh, that's called the windmill. Number 5 on the most games list in sequels. Poke your mum.
Pokemon.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
I said
You're being a
Pokemon.
naughty boy, Floppy. It's a PG show. PG.
Oh, that went right out of the window a little while ago. Pokemon with over 55 games.
Yep, there's a lot of them.
Began in 1996, Ben.
You did.
It did with
Pokemon Green.
Pokemon Green. Wasn't there two of them? Wasn't it Green and Red?
It was Green and Red, correct.
But it wasn't Green and Red when it came here, was it?
No, so they bought it. So Green and Red, it was a bit glitchy and a bit broken. So then they did Blue, and our Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue are based off Pokemon Blue.
So we didn't get Green here.
Correct.
But then not long after that, we got Yellow.
Correct. And Yellow was a tie-in with the animated series that was
So you had Ash.
insanely popular at the time.
There you go. Would you say that this is the reason, the Pokemon is the reason a lot of people bought a Game Boy?
It's the reason Nintendo's still around today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Honestly, Pokemon saved Nintendo.
Yeah.
100%.
Also, how would you say about the marketing ploy of every time they bring out like a mainstream game, bringing out two?
Brilliant.
Is
Zelda
genius.
tried to do it.
Did it? Did they?
Yeah, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of
Oh,
Seasons.
of course. They only tried once though, didn't they?
Yep, because but no, absolutely brilliant marketing.
Because it works. And then, however many months or a year later, bring out the one that's the combination of the both.
Yep.
Unreal.
And usually the better game.
So what was that for all of them? Because you had red and blue / green, and we got yellow.
Yep.
What was after that?
Sold Silver and Crystal.
Was it just silver and crystal?
Silver
Silver and gold.
Gold, silver, and then Crystal. Crystal now, boxed, is about $700 game.
Oh,
Good
shit.
Lord.
Yeah, ridiculous, isn't it? And then you had Amiga, sorry.
No,
you had
Ruby.
Ruby, Sapphire,
Best
Emerald.
games in the series.
Was there a
Best games in the
diamond in
series.
there somewhere?
No, that's next. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Platinum was the
I've
best
got
one.
platinum. I think I've got
Yeah.
platinum.
So Platinum's a $150 game.
Cool.
Then after that, you got X and Y. Didn't have a third one. They didn't bring out
Is
Z.
that where they broke it?
They didn't break it. It was just on a bit of a downward decline.
Because after that, wasn't it when they started doing when did they do Soul Silver and all of that?
So the remakes they've always remade their games. That came in between. I think they were actively working on it after Diamond and Pearl.
Soul Silver was the first Pokemon game I played.
Yeah, I know.
And I
remember.
finished it. Well,
Zach, here's
kinda
a story you may not have heard. Floppy and I were talking about Pokemon one night. I think I was playing Pokemon Go and a Machop came up. And Floppy goes, "Why is he that color?" What do you mean? He goes, "He's blue. Why is he blue? He's supposed to be green." No, green's shiny, Floppy. And he goes, "Oh, when I played Soul Silver, mine was green." So Floppy had no idea. What? He was playing with a shiny Machop, had no idea.
you just beating the crap out of everyone.
One
That's
in
a Chad
5,000 odds.
Really?
Yeah,
Does
it's
that make
one in
him
5,000.
stronger though?
No, it's
No,
absolutely no point to it at
Yeah,
all.
it just looks different. Therefore,
Yeah.
it's prettier. More
If
important.
you capture a shiny Pokemon and then evolve it, is it still a shiny version of its
Yes.
evolution?
Yep.
100%.
I reckon I got him as what's the original one?
There's Machop, Machamp, and Machoke.
Machamp. I got him. Yeah.
Yes?
Excuse me. It is Machamp, Machoke. No, Machop, Machoke, Machamp.
Whatever.
Which one's got 4 arms?
Machamp.
Nah, trick is all of them. They're this part of your arm.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, so they're Pokemon. So what would you think? What would you say? So this is where I've stopped doing them. Is the top 3 Pokemon games?
God.
I got controversial opinion. Obviously, I have not played a lot of Pokemon games.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Let's Go Pikachu.
It's a good game.
It was great.
great
I could play
game.
it one-handed
Yep. No, great game. Great remake. But this is so like
because that was a remake of Yellow.
it literally. So your favorite Pokemon game is the one that you played when you were 13 to 14, like that age group there. So mine will always be Red, Pokemon Red,
Yeah.
even though I know it's not the best game. The best games,
Yeah.
honestly,
Phoenix is Yellow.
I would say the best Pokemon games,
Yeah. Number 3.
as in the third best.
Third best.
Oh,
And this is not a definitive. This is your best. What do you think?
I will go. Jesus,
A lot of people hold Soul Silver up there, don't they?
that's going to be my number
Or
one.
Heart Gold.
No, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are my number one.
All right.
Number 2 would.
Let me put it this way. Do any of the Switch ones get in?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
All right.
Too glitchy.
Where does Pokemon Stadium come in? Where does Pokemon Snap?
Oh, Pokemon Snap's fucking amazing. I love that game. Oh, no, it's too many games. I can't do it. Can't do it. Pokemon Red, Soul Silver, that's all you're getting.
All right, Zach, Pokemon. Favorite Pokemon game? Go.
Okay, so
Not
I have an
Pokemon Go.
unpopular opinion. Pokemon Snap was trash.
That's because you're a garbage human who hates fun.
Wow.
You have no idea how excited I was for what I thought was going to be like an open world Pokemon game,
It was.
and that I got to take photos of them.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon Stadium come out, and my faith in humanity was restored.
Did you guys ever play that Pokken DX? Like it was like Tekken, but Pokemon?
Yep.
Was it good?
No. It's a fighting game.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Top
Apart from the fact
three-
that you don't
so
like fighting games.
I do
ever.
like fighting
No, you
games.
hate them.
No. All right.
third best Pokemon Stadium,
Yep.
followed by Gold. Whether it be
Like
Heart
gold,
or
not,
the
not
original.
Heart Gold?
Yeah,
No.
to be, I mean, they're pretty much the same game, just one's updated. But I'd say Gold and Silver.
The best thing about Gold and Silver
Yeah.
was that when you were a kid playing it for the first time, so Nintendo had no idea that it was going to go beyond the second games. So they included a nice little Easter egg that when you defeat the Elite Four in Johto, you can go back to Kanto. You get to go back to the first game
Yep.
and do all of
Pokemon
Kanto.
Johto.
And that was, boom, mind-blowing when we were
It was
kids.
so good.
Yeah.
And
it
did
was
they
great.
ever do anything like that again?
Nope.
Ah. Okay. All right.
But for me, number one, Sapphire and Ruby. The secret base system for that, mixing records with your friends. Do you guys know what the secret base system was for that?
Yes.
Okay, so it was really, really cool. So you find all these knickknacks and collectibles, and you pretty much use secret power on like a bush or a tree or a cave, and it turned into a secret base, and you can decorate it however you want. Me and my friends used to create mazes with all the little knicknacks you'd get. It was really, really
You
cool.
played Animal Crossing with Pokemon.
Correct.
Pretty
All right.
much. But what made it really exciting is that you mix records with each other, and your secret bases would save in each other's games. And then if you mix records with other people, their secret bases would be saved on your games. And it just spread out, and you just have all these other elite trainers you could battle anytime you wanted.
Sweet.
And for at the time, it was cutting edge.
All right. I may possibly never check it out, but thank you.
Look, they brought it back for the remakes. It was awesome, okay?
All right, we're running low on a bit of time, so I obviously haven't picked out top games for these next few, but I'm going to get us through a fair couple, and then we're going to hit on number 1 for a bit. Number 4 with most games. Once again, Anto. Probably a good thing at the moment because Anto could talk about this a lot. Final Fantasy. There are 76 games in the Final Fantasy series. It came out in 1987. Has a massive fanatical fan base, known for reinventing its style and gameplay pretty regularly at this point in time. So, they're not afraid to go from turn-based sort of, pixel sort of stuff going on to
Boy
third
band in the
person,
desert.
to boy band in the desert, to tactics games, to everything. They do everything. But 76 games in the Final Fantasy series. I do dig some of the Final Fantasy. No, I did like Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
And the 7 remake was really cool.
Cool.
I dug that. And I'm assuming number 7 is up there for a lot of people's favorites.
8 was better. I'll die on this hill. Final Fantasy
I'm
8
not
was
going to
a
argue with
better
that. I never played it.
game. Anto, fight me. Kumite. 8 was better.
Kumite, I'm all over it.
See, Anto's now fighting me and you. He's not going to have a good
yeah.
time.
He's secretly amazing, and he's gonna.
Well, you saw him at the commentator.
Yeah, he was just lulling into false sense of security. All right, number 3, Sonic the Hedgehog. There are more Sonic games than there is Final Fantasy games.
And none of them are good.
Wrong.
Wow. Oh, yeah, Sega Kid. Sega Kid. So there are 80 Sonic games. With Sega's weapon against Mario. Depending on who you ask, will be depending on how well that went. They did target teens as opposed to like young kids, don't they? Why are you touching your nipples?
I'm just embellishing the
Oh, I
Nintendo.
thought you were just like...
Well, that too.
But yes.
Yes, Nintendo.
Sega and... I got one for you.
Joystick, not cancer stick.
I didn't even get that one.
I don't know either.
Sega and Sonic somehow made an incredible amount of games without really straying too far from the original concept.
Gotta go fast.
Go fast, collect rings. Good. Number 2, Mega Man. How many Mega Man games do you think there are, Zach, without reading the run sheet that I think you just saw?
Yeah, I saw the run sheet. I didn't think there was that many.
There's over 100.
That's insane.
That is a lot of games. Known and apparently respected for its difficulty. Screw that, too hard.
No, too hard.
Loved them as a kid.
It's the 2D Dark Souls. It's too damn
It is.
hard.
It was so good.
But the number 1 section for the most games, most sequels, I'm assuming everyone's guessed it because there's one we haven't talked about, isn't there? Ben?
Chrono Trigger.
No.
Oh.
There's one game, not number 1.
Oh.
What's the number 1 series with the most games in it?
Chrono Cross.
That's right, Skyrim.
No, not the amount of times that the one game has been played on different machines.
Oh.
Fucking Mario.
It's a me!
115 Mario games.
Woohoo!
That is nuts.
More than just a mascot for Nintendo, really, isn't he? Household name. There's not many
puts
people
in
that doesn't
work.
know who Mario is, right?
Yeah.
Whether you play games, whether you don't, everyone knows who Mario is. Everyone knows the catchphrase. Everyone knows what mushrooms do and Luigi and how he's a bit shit compared to Mario.
Very shit.
What do you reckon? Top 3 Mario games, Ben. Your top 3.
Jesus
No, not the top 3. Your top 3.
My top 3?
I know number 3 is up there, isn't it? Number 3 is your number 1.
Number 3 is my number 1.
Number 3 is your number 1.
Probably Mario World.
Yep.
Super Mario Brothers purely for nostalgia.
I'm going to go number 1. My favorite Mario game, Super Mario World.
Yeah, right.
Yep, that is
Good
my
game.
favorite Mario game. Zach?
Now, keep in mind, you are talking to a Sega and PlayStation kid.
So we don't need to listen to it.
No, but sure, I'm assuming you've played a Mario game.
I have played quite
Probably
a few.
enjoyed one.
All right, so Super Mario 3 would have to be my number 1.
Correct. Good answer.
Followed by Super Mario Sunshine.
Also a good
Wow.
answer. Even though it was an unfinished game. Good answer.
Is that not controversial? Didn't
Yes,
people
it is.
rag on that?
Correct, because it was an unfinished game.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
I changed my
fun.
favorite.
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy.
Also,
I love Mario
also
Galaxy.
correct. Mario Galaxy 2 is also an excellent game.
What's your number 1, Zach?
Number 1 was number 3, Super Mario 3.
Oh, yeah.
So I've gone in reverse order.
Helpful.
Number 2 was Sunshine.
Yep.
And my third one is Dr. Mario. Love Dr. Mario.
Wow. Did not see that coming.
Nice. But yeah, 115 games with the old Mario, mate.
Really, some of the there are so
Or
many.
Mario franchise.
The Mario games are just banger after banger after banger.
There's
Like,
not
really,
many shit ones, is there?
They are so good. Like you go, Super Mario Land. Yeah, okay, it's a bit shit. Super Mario Land 2. Oh my god, that game's amazing.
They
Like,
really do learn from their mistakes, don't they?
absolutely.
Well,
When you say
yeah, they learn from, not so much mistakes, but they learn from
Shigeru
game.
Miyamoto. He knows the score.
Cool guy.
He is. Very cool guy.
I have a controversial opinion.
All right.
Mario 64 was not good.
That is controversial and incorrect.
I said it wasn't good. Like,
So I think that's the perfect time to move on to Quiz on Your Face, where Zach's on minus 10 points.
Wow.
I know. Who would have thought?
Amazing.
It's crazy.
it's not that good.
It's
I'm
just
sorry.
insane that
It's also
someone
really
goes.
entertaining when someone else gets that stuff.
It's a
Banjo
negative.
Kazooie was better.
What,
it
minus
did it
20
better.
now. How's that happening?
I actually know people that would agree with that.
Yeah, but they're also on -20. So it's time for Quiz on Your Face. I've got 4 multiple choice questions. With I'll read a question out, 4 answers, 2 from me, 2 from our producer level Patreons, Michael Towns, Dylan the Villain. Love you guys. Okay, standings for the quizzing of faces. We have Zach on 0, Brett from the Adelaide Toy.
How did you get 0?
You didn't get any right.
I got none right.
Brett on 1, Jazz on 4, Braden on 6, Anto on 18, Patrick on 12, and Floppy's still winning on 23. I don't think Anto's got a chance this year. He's not been in many shows.
He has, the poor dude has had...
Bit of a run.
Yeah.
Bit of a run, the old Anto. All right. This one is from Dylan the Villain.
Ooh, always trying to stump us. Loves it when he does.
Okay, here we go. The longest gaming session lasted 138 hours and 34 seconds in 2015 and was achieved by playing which game? Was it A, Skyrim, B, Call of Duty, C, The Sims, or D, Just Dance?
Floppy.
Floppy?
Sims.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Here we go, Zach. Can you do it?
What was A again?
It was Skyrim.
Skyrim. A.
Incorrect.
It's Call of Duty, wasn't it?
No, it's Just Dance.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
That's physical.
I know.
They did long... Was it one person?
Yeah, 138 hours.
Person's an idiot.
Or really fit.
136 hours
Or
of
they're
dancing.
dead. I bet you they failed everything because they just did this.
Well, you never know. But the thing is, you only do it in 3-minute slots.
What?
Because like you do a dance and then you go back to the menu and choose your next
Oh,
song.
we're talking about Just Dance. Oh, okay.
Okay, question number 2. Which of the following
Well done, Dylan. Sorry.
was a name Kojima used for a development team? Was it A, Team Metal Gear, B, Team Wooden Cog, C, Team Kojima, or D, Team Metal Slave?
Floppy.
Floppy?
Surely it was Team Kojima because he's a narcissistic bugger.
Hey, how dare you? No.
Oh, I dare.
And
Really?
I,
No?
I put that in there on purpose because I knew you'd say that, you awful man.
Play for your audience. That's what
Incorrect.
you do. Okay.
Zach?
What was A again?
Deja vu. Team Metal Gear.
No, it's definitely not that one. B. C. What was C?
Yes, please say C.
Floppy just said C.
Ah.
Guess C. I dare you.
What was B?
Team Wooden Cog.
It was B.
Really?
Yep. That sounds like a weird Kojima thing to do.
So the first one was
even
Team
giving-
Metal Gear, and
he's
the second
giving you-
one is Wooden Cog.
Look, I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 2 and 100% going into the colon of the ship.
Where there was a lot of wooden cogs around.
Look, Kojima's weird. He does weird things.
And you're incorrect. The answer was Team Metal Slave. D.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. It's still weird.
Man, you are worse than me at this.
Yeah, look.
I at least went for the one that I thought he was narcissistic enough to do.
That was my first guess, too.
And then you went, well, out of the rest is clearly wooden cog.
Yes. Because Kojima's weird. He's cooked.
Love you, Kojima. He's 60 now. Turned 60 the other day.
Prick, I look older than him still.
Yeah, you do. I look older.
Because he eats infants.
It's true.
Eh.
All right, next one's from Michael Towns, Game Boy Games, Michael Towns.
Gosh.
In a recent interview with Shigeru Miyamoto and members of Pikmin 4 team, they described some animated works as being inspirational for the game series, with Tim Burton's work being mentioned, along with this French-made animated film. Was it A, Tintin, B, Fantastic Planet, C, The Triplets of Belleville, or D, Naruto?
Sorry, what was the question?
Basically, what animated film inspired Pikmin?
Oh, okay. And what were the answers?
Tintin, Fantastic Planet, Triplets of Belleville, or Naruto?
And which one's correct?
Zach.
Naruto.
Is it A, Tintin?
No.
The weird triplets one.
No, it was Fantastic Planet.
Man,
you
I
guys suck ass. Like,
Why is it whenever Zach's on,
no one guesses?
the intelligence gets sucked out of the show?
Look, how many concussions have you had, Flop? Huh?
I'm not quite sure.
Would you like one? Don't make me come over there.
You come
I'm a
over here
master
like in that.
No can do.
All right, here we go. Here we go, boys. Last chance.
What?
Get
There's
one
another
right.
question? I
There's
thought-
one last question.
Is there?
Yep.
Have we done 4?
No, we've only done 3.
Wow.
Here we go.
Suck.
At least I can count, Floppy.
Here we go. The cancelled NES game Drax Night Out was to be an exclusive tie-in with what cool item?
Drax.
Was it A, Reebok pumps, B, Dracula Dead and Loving It, the movie, C, Count Chocula, or D, Castlevania 2?
Go, Zach. You can have first crack at this one.
Because you don't know.
Nah, not even a clue.
What was the game called?
Drax Night Out.
And it was a tie-in with what?
There was a tie-in with Reebok pumps, Dracula Dead and Loving It, Count Chocula, or Castlevania 2.
I'm going to go B.
Dracula Dead and Loving It?
I love
Really?
the movie. I'm going to take a stab at it.
No,
Why not?
not at all. That was a
I
Leslie
don't
Nielsen
know.
game that came out in the late 90s.
I don't know, and I know it ain't that.
I have no idea. I didn't own a Nintendo.
It was a cancelled game anyway. It didn't come out. Floppy?
So what was the options? There was Nike.
Reebok pumps, Count
Sorry,
Chocula,
Reebok pumps.
or
Count
Castlevania
Chocula,
2.
like the cereal.
Yeah,
And what was the last one?
Castlevania 2.
Count Chocula.
Incorrect. It was Reebok pumps.
Oh my god! I can't. Oh wow!
How is that going to tie in with a shoe?
I don't know, but if you look it up...
tie in the
No,
shoe.
that wasn't... No, Floppy, stop. You've embarrassed yourself enough by not
Up
getting
here
any...
for thinking.
Not even
down
that.
there for dancing.
Both are incorrect.
No, they're very correct.
But you look at the artwork, they actually had a tie-in with Reebok, and Dracula was wearing Reebok pumps.
Oh god!
Oh my god.
Because it was when they first came out. It was great. So at the end of that, nothing's changed because I'm surrounded by idiots. But we've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast where we bring you the past, present, and future of video games, news, previews, and discussions. But before we do anything else, I'd like to remember to thank our Patreons for once.
Oh yeah.
So Floppy, who are the patrons?
We would like to say thank you to all the people that are down the bottom there that are
Yep.
scrolling along.
Yep.
Thank you all you guys for your contributions. I was going to say contributions.
Yeah, we're
as well.
both.
But we would like to say a special thank you to Ash Knight, Karen Knight, Dylan the Villain, Triple Indy, Mike Towns, and Game Boy Dan.
And we'll see you guys on the 17th of November.
Yes.
With more information to come next show, so be sure to peel your ears like they were some kind of onion. Because it'll make you cry. But this isn't all we do.
No,
That
it's
just
not.
made me cry.
Yeah, thank you. Floppy,
Yes.
what do you do?
Wow, not a hell of a lot over the last month. I do have an Instagram though. It's called Floppy Plays Games. I'm pretty sure nothing's changed on it for quite some time. But there's some pickups. I'm playing. That's the Double Dragon game I'm playing. I also picked up Trek to Yomi and Ghost Runner.
You played that yet?
Which one?
Trek to Yomi.
I did. I started playing that, but then I got real stuck on the not stuck on the game, but like I got really into Double Dragon.
Right. Zach, have you played Trek to
Ooh,
Yomi?
Quake 2. Yeah, I did pick up Quake 2 on the 64.
I've just read the best quote about me everywhere from Michael Towns. It says, Ben's like Dr. Zeus if Dr. Zeus sucked. What's going on my business card?
Wow, but yes, this is Floppy Plays Games. This is where I post games that I pick up, aim to play one day, or just buy. Oh, that was a cool haul that I got from a friend of the show,
Ghost Games?
Ghost Games, including one of the Batman Returns things I've been hunting everywhere for. I love those things.
Zach,
Yes, mate.
what do you want to plug?
I guess I'll plug my
Your butt.
Instagram. There was that too. Where I post wrestling, video game, and gym content.
Do you know what's going to be fun?
fun?
Zach and I are going to be feuding soon. We're
We
gonna
are?
be clashing. My group. Is
You
gonna be
guys
clashing with
fighting?
his group. Yeah.
If
Zach.
you want to know what I looked like when I started, there you go. Enjoy that, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. What boy band is that?
The worst one ever.
The Mani Hacks.
Wow. Look at that blonde hair. Sexy time. Which one's Ben? Well, it's obvious. Isn't it?
No.
So, this is something cool. I'm now a collector's card.
That is actually really freaking cool.
Did Mickey
Yeah.
get one as well?
No.
Oh.
I imagine they'll be hitting her up soon.
No,
But
they
yeah,
should.
You got
that's pretty cool.
spikes on your head?
It's
That's
his
my
crown.
crown.
That's sick.
Have you seen Zach stream?
I've not seen any of the wrestling.
Zach streams in full gear.
I do.
Yep.
This is a clip of me streaming. It's called my office. playing Remnant 2, and this is where I get stitched up.
I can't watch the game.
Wow,
'cause
what
I'm-
happened there?
Okay, so this is what's really cool about Remnant 2 is that the boss battles are different. So the boss was essentially these giant blocks, and they kind of changed. They move around a certain pattern, and I'm like memorizing the pattern, going to a big brain, and then as I jump, it changed the pattern, and then completely stitched me up. So look,
On purpose.
I watch
I
it
can't
move.
look at the game because I'm looking at you all made up, man. You look sick.
Thank you very much, sir. But yeah, I
but-
stream on Twitch.
And you can also catch
Twitch.tv/.
Zach at RCW.
Yes, you can.
Teaches people how to wrestle.
ICW.
Does a wrestle. Spits
I
mist
do
at
do a
people's
wrestle.
faces.
Oh, gross.
Not mine, though.
Have you
Yeah,
not heard
this
of
is me
COVID?
at the last show. It was a good night.
It was a good show.
That's cool. That's a cool photo.
Thank
Do you
you.
know what the worst part of the last show was, Zach?
What's
I
that?
came straight off the plane from Melbourne after working all weekend. Straight to the show. Rock up. And Boomer goes, so we got you in 3 segments tonight.
Stitched up.
I want
and-
to go to one of these shows one day.
yeah.
Please
well,
do.
Yeah,
I will get you in the door.
you can, Zach has that power.
I do.
Don't you have the power as well?
No, I'd have to ask Zach.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true. He would.
If you go, oh, can I come? I go, yeah, sure. Hey, Zach.
Yeah,
Fucking
good
come.
fucking point. When do you do these shows?
None in September. Next one's October 2nd.
I can show. Townsy says I can show my kid fighting skills.
You could.
You fill that ring with kids, I fuck them all up.
The judge told you about that. You've got a restraining order.
Yeah, I hit them with it.
And I do bad game arts, where I look at some of the worst game art there is. I only put 2 up.
what are
First
they?
one's this.
Oh,
It's for rollerball, and I don't know what that is.
rollerball.
I think it's
Like the James Caan film, but made into a video game. Rollerball.
No, I think it's a pinball game, but that's a fallopian tube coming at that guy.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, straight. Look, really look at that art.
Has
I
it-
reckon I drew that in year 5.
Has it hit the screen and is bouncing off, or is it coming out of the screen?
It's coming out the string because can you read the top there?
Coming at ya.
That's right.
Apparently, it's written by an Australian cricketer.
How's that? And there's another one there as well, I think, Zach. Yep, there it is. Something Champions.
Oh dear.
I wish I could have my clothes painted on as well.
I do have my clothes painted on.
I know.
I love this game.
Really?
It is on Sega Master System.
I commented on this.
Did you?
Yeah, it says I can't read it because I haven't got my glasses on.
This is.
It says, I'm usually with you on the bad up. But this one is amazing.
It is. It's amazing.
This game,
Alright,
it was a
Jazz.
Mortal Kombat ripoff.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, this guy's called Laser, and his lasers shoot up for some reason.
Please
Even
tell me
as
there's
a
another
child,
one.
I was confused.
Called Blade, and then another one called Blazer.
Yeah.
Laser.
Anyway, and also over at Mr. Benjamin, I put up pickups of what I've got. I went to Lobo's the other day while I was in Melbourne.
That's not Lobo's.
It's not Lobo's. This is my personal collection. I should probably update this.
So
This is quite
everybody, take notes.
old. Everyone, geolocate me.
Did you have a little transformer on there before?
Yes, I did. It was a little changeable from McDonald's.
I have that set.
Do you?
Well,
I've been chasing that set
You know,
for so
I'm
long.
a transformer collector,
Yes.
and I have that.
Yeah.
I had this. There was 8, I think, that all up, but I have 4 of them. I have the
No, I think only 4 were released here.
Yeah, there's 8 worldwide.
Yeah,
so
correct.
there was 8. There was 4 others in the US as well.
Yep.
But I've got the Big Mac, I've got the cheeseburger, the fries, and the shake.
Yep. So yeah, I'm after them because I had them as a kid. Don't have them anymore, so I want them back. Much like everything in my collection. But yeah, you can head on over to
And his hair.
No, I don't miss that. Pain in the ass, really. Oh, I got that for $27. Pretty good deal.
His box nunchuck.
Yeah, Box Nunchuck and Ocarina of Time on the DS. Maybe Zach can play it and finish the goddamn water temple for once.
I actually got this on DS. I got stuck again.
Do you want to know? All right, so I started playing Ocarina of Time this year for the first time, and I was like, I'm going to check this out. But then I got distracted by something else. But I got stuck. I couldn't figure out how to get into the goddamn castle at the start. And Ben is like, you just run up the side of the hill. And I was like, oh.
That's right. You keep getting caught by the guards.
Yeah, I was like, every time I follow this path, there's a guard. He's like, go up, get off the path. Go up. So I'm like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. It was amazing how quickly I got into the castle after that.
But we've been Hack the Dino. This has been our gaming cast where we bring you things with words from our mouths and our voice boxes. That's right, they vibrate and make sounds.
And our pants.
You have to exclusive floppy. That's right. If you want an exclusive floppy, head to Floppy's Pants. But that's what we do here. Remember, for next time, kids, that Floppy's going to kick you in the face.
It's true. Maybe in the ear.
I forgot to tell Zach what the end screen
Oh,
was.
yeah. You did press the end screen at some point.
It's just going to keep on going until...
This is almost awkward now.
Almost. But if he presses credits, it'll go, I think.
If he presses credits?
Yeah, you know where it says credits?
I have seen
this
where it
one?
says credits.